And welcome, everyone, at long last and finally, to a very special episode of Apex Academy. Enchantment under the sea, but winter, but in the summer. We're going to see teen heartbreak and angst.
Time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle. So is pizza, as it happens.
That's true. You're so wise.
That's why I'm the headmaster. So why don't we go around and meet the team?
I always forget. This is alphabetical, right?
It's alphabetical order.
Yeah.
I'm Aaron. I am playing Daedalus. I am the team's brain. I get to do all the fancy inventing and smart things. Though they're not always so smart, they're not always so successful.
I am Birdie, and I am playing Eris Discordia Valley. I am the team's bull, although she's super excited to get to perform femininity for all of you tonight.
I'm Dan, otherwise known as Prometheus. I am a magic-using scion, which means that I am the child of a supervillain turned good.
I am playing Climany Nullzone Palace. I am the team's delinquent, so I get to be a jerk, but a lovable jerk, hopefully.
Great. So, when last we met, the team was just coming off their successful run in the school games, and we're riding high on that, getting ready for the dance, when suddenly crisis struck, and all of the students were lassoed into running crowd control, except for Climany, because he got himself food poisoned.
I mean, to be honest, that's probably better than
What we had to do.
most of what we did.
But now,
Come on, it wasn't that bad. Your little elixir thing fixed me right up.
Your eyes are neon green.
100%, you are right as rain. And I mean that in the truest sense of the word. Literally right as rain. As like rain on a nice forest leaf.
I had to babysit both of you while you tripped out.
yeah, Julius and Victor got themselves a little bit hurt, and Victor whipped up a magic potion to help get them back on track.
I sure
And
did.
recuperating from all of this, whipped up a magic. They are a week away from the dance. Monday morning, the dance is on Friday, and only a couple of them have even asked someone to the dance with them. So I figure, well, not everyone on the team has yet asked someone or been asked.
I thought we had.
Yeah, I think everybody has a partner. Oh, Aaron, you never, what's your face? Julius, you never actually asked Priya.
Yeah, I think I did.
Did
Well-
you?
Yeah.
And Priya, when you guys all met
it
up
was
on
like-
your side mission, Priya was like, I prefer lilies.
Oh, that's right. She told you her favorite flower. We've
Yeah.
done so many side missions.
I wasn't sure if
Start writing
Victor,
them up.
I wasn't sure if Victor had yet actually asked Sonadora or just declared his.
No, that was kind of implied. I didn't want to drag out more, like, playing that side stuff, but the implication was that I was going to continue seeing her and reached kind of that logical point.
Yeah, all right, all good. Then I guess everyone does have their dance card filled. And we can move on to the next stage, which is, what are you going to wear? Are you going to do anything special? Are you going to...
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've met
This
Vic.
is why my ads have been jacked up for months. My algorithm thinks that I'm a gay teenage boy.
Really, aren't we all?
No. But yeah, I'm wearing a purple paisley patterned tuxedo.
Okay.
With the black trim, no bow tie, straight monocolor silver tie, but a paisley purple jacket, purple pants, and then a lavender undershirt that's wouldn't be patterned.
Okay. We're going to show some restraint there, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I want to go with the classic look, you know. This isn't the Met Gala.
Julius?
Julius is going with a super classic, bright white tux with tails, nice dark maroon vest with gold trim.
Love it.
Okay.
He's still not sure about the top hat, but
Gosh.
there is a top hat.
So good.
Eris will tell him absolutely not.
Yeah, if he like leaves his room wearing that, I'll be like, "Oh, cold out tonight, eh, governor?"
Like, if necessary, you know, Discordia should tell him absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't have to break out. I don't have to break out Discordia for everything. Eris's dress is remarkably simple because she doesn't quite know how to do the girl thing. She was, you know, before becoming the host for a 9-foot, you know, jack ripped demigoddess or whatever.
Or She-Ra.
Yeah. She wasn't that concerned with it. She was probably like lackadaisical or whatever. So now that she's like trying to impress people, she's gonna try and stay simple instead of going overboard with it and fucking it up. It's a simple straight skirt. It's just got cap sleeves and like across the bust the fabric twists.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is just like gauzy, like layers of chiffon and stuff. The only adventurous thing she's doing is that it's teal.
Okay. Teal is a good color.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that leaves me, doesn't it? Since my
Teal.
date appears to be
Teal.
wearing teal, and I'm pretty sure that wearing a t-shirt with the tuxedo pattern has been rejected vehemently.
No. So a school like this would absolutely have a, if you think you're funny and you wear something that's not up to dress code, you will not be allowed in.
Yeah.
That's why I was not joking when I said after the idea was rejected vehemently. I would probably go a little bit old school and probably get myself a navy blue pinstripe zoot suit with a fedora.
Okay.
Classy, easy to move in, but a bit dated.
Classy, but still geeky. Got it.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
And an actual proper use of a fedora.
But yeah.
It's good. It's good. So tell me, you know, what you're up to in sort of the week leading up, with all your hormones aflutter, or...
Oh God.
I'm nowhere to be seen at night for probably 3 out of the 4 days 5 days of the school week.
Okay.
And during the school day, are you just looking more and more like haggard?
No, I'm surprisingly chipper.
Of course you are. Are your eyes still... Are your and Julius's eyes still neon green?
Yeah, but only like it's like a tint, like a slight tint. It's like the people who have only had a little bit of the spice in the Dude movies.
Yeah.
But green.
Okay. I understood that reference.
As did I.
But yeah, that.
Okay, so you are spending your evenings out.
Yeah.
You're not at your storage place?
No.
Great. Well, since he's not going to do it, I'm going to go since we are a team.
Are we?
And since I was there, I'm going to go down to the lab and check on Julius and make sure that he hasn't had any adverse effects from this potion made out of dead things that regenerate. Not that I can fix him if anything's wrong, I just want to make sure it didn't kill him or something.
Well, I'm not dead.
That's a relief.
But having some really bizarre dreams, though.
Don't want to hear about them.
I don't even want to have them. That's how bad they are. But, yeah, otherwise I'm mostly there. Mostly coherent. I seem to kind of daze off every once in a while for prolonged periods of time.
You're going to get a few high fives to the face there, buddy, to bring you back to Earth.
But since you're in the lab, I actually have a favor to ask you.
Me?
Eris, yes.
Oh boy. Okay. What is the fate? I'm not sneaking anything into my room.
What? Why would? No.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I run away for a minute. I come back. I'm like, all right. I need you to help me with something.
I'm listening.
And he's running away. And this is entirely Clymene's idea, so I'm going to apologize now.
It's Clymene's idea.
I can't believe I'm missing this. I can't wait.
Entirely Clymene's idea.
Is it a prank?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, because I'm that dumb. Come on.
Okay.
So, I hit a button, and music starts playing, and I kind of go like this, like, I want you to dance with me.
Okay.
All right, and so we do a whole dance thing.
We do.
Like a waltz.
Is it done well?
Probably.
Because remember,
if you want to stay in character, it could be mechanically perfect.
Yeah, that's kind of yeah. It is definitely mechanically perfect.
Eris is very confused. I do believe I made her a gymnast before she would have some like rhythmic dance training. You know what I mean? So this is like weird because you're not smooth. No offense, you're not smooth.
No, not at all. And of course, the dance ends with a nice low dip, like way lower than Julius can probably actually sustain any person.
Eris is very confused and very conflicted because, like, there used to be feelings there, and then you were a dick, and then you asked out my roommate, and you weren't a dick because you saved her, and we were cool, and this is weird. Good job, though. Where'd you learn how to do that?
So, like I said, it was entirely Clymene's idea. So I start pulling up my sleeves, and there's like little mechanical things going down my arms. It's just kind of attached in. And if you look real close, you can kind of see one coming up the back of my neck, too. It's perfect. I programmed it. I let the AI study for like a week of like Fred Astaire, and I just read off a whole bunch of the famous dancers.
Oh, boy.
Both entirely backlit. What does that mean?
Not you.
Oh.
Your name is
The
Aaron.
whole point of typing it was so I wasn't going to be interrupting the conversation that you two were having.
It just kind of popped up in my face.
Now Aaron is thinking his name is Simon.
I'm afraid not, unfortunately.
So, yes. So what do you think? Was it good?
Okay. It was good. It was good. Maybe start with the slower dances and let her know about it.
Oh. So I should tell her. Okay. I can do that.
Just no. Listen.
I'm floating outside of the window with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, that's creepy. Definitely a creepy thing.
I don't know if you've met Victor. She's gonna say, like, just warn her that you've been practicing and start slow.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Okay. I don't think she's expecting that much from you, buddy. No offense. It's a first date. Think of it as
overperforming is good.
Oh, I don't know how to talk to these boys, Simon. Eris does not know how to talk to boys.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's...
They're teenagers, and they're dumb. Whatever. I did my best. And now I'm actually going to support the top hat so that it kind of hides it.
Maybe.
The shadow. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks. Gonna need it.
And the Eris, like, I sincerely mean it. Like, good luck with her. She's sweet, you're sweet, you deserve each other.
Thank you.
Okay, and Emrys, how are you? How is Clymene spending this sort of?
I am definitely going to be with the with my roommate Ms. Mecca at least when she's doing the final checks because we have discussed some things and I'm sure she doesn't notice since I'm on that committee.
Okay.
But that's probably like the day before the dance to get everything set up. So I don't know. I'd probably actually be like going out and doing some legit research on what colors go with teal and like where I can get some ivory roses at this time of year.
Go with teal.
Actually, looking that up, I'm pretty sure that ivory is supposed to go with teal pretty well.
Oh my god, you
Either that or my Google Foo is extremely weak.
So the camera zooms in from above on the hideout of the wolf pack.
I remember that place.
And you see two black costumed figures appear on the roof via a rippling black aperture and disappear after unlocking the master lock on the building's roof. Maybe about an hour later, Victor and Sonadora emerge in their winter formal outfits out of the front door and get into an Uber that he has called for the occasion. She's wearing a slightly darker shade of purple than he is, but that way he accents her perfectly.
Say that hers has a subtle floral pattern. In a slightly different shade.
Did you have your headphones on for that whole thing I described, Simon?
I heard camera zooms in on the hideout, and that you and Sonadora emerge
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, you didn't need to hear those details, I guess.
I was trying to make the lights work so that
Yeah.
people could see my face.
No, two dark figures went into the roof of that building about an hour before her and I emerge.
Okay.
And then we'll probably just go get food somewhere that is fancy by teenagers with very little money perspective, but not like really low end. You know what I mean?
Thai food.
Yeah, or any sit down ethnic restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Sushi.
Any ethnic place that isn't takeaway.
Okay.
We're talking about maybe we're talking about 3 dollar sign symbols on Yelp.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a half decent chance that the day before the dance, I'm baking.
More
yeah, me and Climany are both on committees. I don't remember what committee I signed up for, but like, it's a reasonable chance we're both going to see each other looking pretty, sweaty and tired and slovenly a couple of hours before, and then like we get to see each other from like
polar opposites.
Yeah, the garbage heap to the glow up.
Yeah. You're like looking at me running back and forth between the audio-visual room and the bakery with like a stained apron on that's got like chocolate everywhere.
Yeah, Eris has her hair like I do right now, except it's like listing over to one side. Wearing like basketball shorts and a tank top.
All right. So, Julius, what are you doing before the dance? Or what are you and Priya doing before the dance?
So Julius, being the ever overachiever, has rented a limo.
From where? Okay.
We're in a city. There's bound to be some place to rent a limo.
Yeah, but
to go where?
At the school we live.
But it's going to pick us up at the school. It's going to take us to dinner.
Aw, okay.
And then bring us back. I would have probably tried to pick Eris's brain subtly to figure out what she likes food-wise, and made an appropriate reservation. So.
I would have told him what I know.
And I'd say just make sure there's a vegetarian option.
Oh yeah, that's right. She turns into animals. I would have warned him. I would have been like, "You're eating pasta tonight, dude."
Or Indian. We can go do Indian.
But
they eat a lot of vegetarian.
That's condescending? Would you think that that's patronizing?
Oh, that's a good point.
You're in charge of her.
Indian's probably not great. We can go to a salad bar. We'll go to Salad Works.
Salad Works. I'm not even remotely ethnic. And that's how I feel when people are like, "Oh, you're Italian?" I know a great Italian food place. Literally the same thing happens in my head where I'm just like, "No, you don't. You think you do, but you don't." Because outside of major cities, I don't think I've ever had like really good Italian food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Salad Works. We're definitely going to Salad Works.
In your limo.
In the limo.
Right.
I have no idea where I'm taking Eris for dinner.
We're not going to have time. You know what I mean? Like, we're on the committee. Like, dinner's fine. It's fine. I'm going to come. Like,
especially because we figured that we're not actually going out. We're more just pairing up so we can go because I needed to apply to the cynic in you to get you to go at all.
Right, exactly. Here's the fun part.
You're going to have pizza delivered.
She's chasing you back and forth to the kitchen and, like, tasting everything that you're doing. Like, that's what she's eating today.
I'm going to point out, like, 2 bowls. I mean, like, Don't try those. They're still experimental.
Oh boy.
Okay. So everyone has what I'm going to assume is are pleasant dinners, pleasant dinner experiences. You get to know each other. I'll say, because we haven't seen as much we haven't seen as much of Julius and Priya. I'm going to ask you, Aaron, what one sort of question do you want as being sort of representative of your conversation with her that you ask to sort of make conversation? It doesn't have to be like a pierce the mask kind of like deep moment, but
let's see. Probably have to do with her experiences growing up with superpowers, because they're going to be very different than mine.
He says that basic.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish it. Then I have a really important question that somehow didn't come up before now. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So, her answer is more or less, I was chosen by my, to carry this by my village. But, that was before I went off to school. I'm empowered by communion with the global animal unconscious.
I'm going to remember what Eris told me about, not going too crazy, and I'm going to attempt to restrain my inquisitive, how does your brain work questions, and
He can be taught.
Ask her more like, what is that like? Do you hear their thoughts, or is it like Eris where it's like almost always there, or is it?
Well, I don't live in their, they don't live in my mind. But I feel their presence, and I am connected to them wherever I go.
Poor Priya. Sorry, that just occurred to me. She's probably witnessed so many arguments with thin air.
Well, I am obviously very fascinated, just visibly curious, and I'll keep talking to her about it as long as she wants to talk about it, and she doesn't want to change the subject. So,
yeah. So that's sort of where she's coming from. Her question to you is, what is it like being at a school for the superpowered without any superpowers?
I like this girl.
Well, at first it was hard. It was real hard because, while I could think my way around a problem, I couldn't, make things magically appear like, Victor, or, I don't have super strength or can disappear into shadows. But I am finding that I can make things that are being helpful not only to my team, but kind of balance it out, gives me a fighting chance. So It's different.
Good answer. Which is what she says. Yeah, that's in character. Good answer.
I have a really important question.
Yes.
So we all go to a high school for people with superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
And some people who may be coming as dates may not be registered with Aegis or be superheroes. So is this a thing where formally at this event we are a normal high school, or are like people having to pass clearances to come to our prom and our winter formal?
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
That's also a good question. Basically,
because it just changes the tone. If it's just like, oh, by the way, at this event, you're all expected to like be under your NDA. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Apex is known as the superhero school.
Right.
So the fact that they're going to an event there, the expectation is that you'll either is basically pick one or the other. You go in your civilian identity, or you go in your super heroic identity.
But we're not allowed to do any reveals.
You know, but switch at your peril, basically.
Okay, if that's the case, then both Sonadora and I would be in the outfits that we are in, but we would both be wearing masks. So if her mask is her stylized version of her makeup,
and it is,
then that would be on, and I would have my domino mask on.
That is such a... Eris would have been so crushed if both of you had shown up wearing matching domino masks. Like, I can't even tell you.
Incidentally...
Oh, that's great, then. Then my domino mask will be designed in such a way to look like the Dia de los Muertos style makeup, but it'll be a mask.
I love that you love hurting me.
Oh, we lost Aaron.
Nope. No, we didn't.
No, we did not.
All right, there we go.
He was just shrunken in the corner.
Come on. Why isn't it doing my thing?
I don't know.
Experimenting with something.
The void has swallowed it and is threatening to swallow you.
All right, well, while he's messing with that,
I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere.
Eris has borrowed what, like, trinkets and clasps and, like, other chains and whatever she could from Priya. And, like, instead of wearing the necklace around her neck where it would take away from the dress, she's made an armband where, like, the charm still hangs down along her bicep, but, like, it plays more into the formalness of it, I guess. But yeah, she's wearing it, so she can't transform today. Because there's no way to get it off without breaking it. Aaron, the facial journey down there in the corner.
So, everyone having sort of done these things, and
Aha! Got it.
Excellent. Done the preliminaries.
Pity.
Tiger lilies.
Tiger lilies. Gotta go tiger lilies.
You know, and that was the pun that I was setting up with her lilies line to begin with. So I'm glad that you went for it. But with everyone having done sort of their dinner before, I guess people are starting to sort of make their entrances. And because one of the party was involved in setting up the music for couples' entrances, I will turn things over to Emrys. Who's working with Ms. Mecca on the audio system
And so, important question: does Ms. Mecca actually have a date, or is she just there actually running it, or is it like all automated?
She does not have a date. She decided she wants to play DJ, or she said that she wants to play DJ.
Alrighty. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a rather specific list for music. And then, because, there's been a program handed out, and apparently what they're going to do is they're going to have the heroes and their dates walk in one at a time to the theme of the event. So there's this nice orchestral thing going, and all I can't remember the names of the other groups now. I know one's the Atomic Kids and the Futurians and the Young Pantheon and the Argonauts, and they're all going in. It starts off with the
and the new Exemplars, right?
The Next Templars, I think it was.
The Next Templars.
I just have to remember who is in which one, because that is actually importante.
No, honestly, if I may, Simon, I think, though there are some really great puns throughout, I really love how the Tomorrow Night, how that name rolls. It's like so good. Like, so good, Silver Age.
I am happy. I'm very happy with that one.
Yeah, the Tomorrow Night's real good.
Sorry, I have the thing about who is in what thing coming up, so I can kind of give.
I don't know that we necessarily need to go through.
Oh, we need to go through some of it. Trust me, not all of it, some of it.
Yeah, let Emrys have his.
Of course, it's not responding. Gotta love it. Microsoft Word, I love you, and by that I mean I loathe you.
It doesn't love you.
It's only one phony moth. Okay. So, first off, it's going to be the Next Templars and the Futurians, and then the Atomic Kids. The main thing is that we and the Young Pantheon are going in last. So they're all going, and it's just, kind of, you can tell it's all the same tune, and, the names will get announced, and they'll go down. And all of a sudden, they decide that they're going to be announcing Priya and Daedalus at the same time, and all of a sudden it switches from this like aquatic type music, and it just starts blaring, "You're the best around, no one's ever gonna get you down," except much less off key. And everyone is just looking. I wonder what the heck is going on. And it only does that for like 10 seconds, and then it goes right back to the aquatic theme. And then, of course, it goes again in with Eris and I, and all of a sudden, just right from the middle, "We Are the Champions" starts blaring. Dan and Sonadora come in, and it switches over to "Victory" by Santana. Or is it "Winning" by Santana? And then it just switches back to normal. And, of course, there's a whole lot of commotion up in the booth, and a lot of the teachers are glaring and wondering what the heck is going on. And of course, the very last person to come in is good old Dustin and his dick.
Our buddy.
At which point, it just starts going, na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey.
He does give you.
Yeah. Great job, getting us in trouble.
He does give you his most.
Well, I wasn't even near the booth when this happened.
His most shadow deepened glare.
Yeah, we're really worried about him.
Yep.
So, Aaron sort of has the idea there under the sea, and it even looks kind of wintry, which is nice.
It's got icicles.
Yeah.
It is wintertime.
Over at the refreshments table, there's a big punch bowl Next to it is a big bowl of something that looks thick and kind of greenish. Between the two bowls, there's a sign saying, "Please keep the punch ladle and the krill ladle separate."
Oh boy.
Okay.
And it's signed Mr. Podesta.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
My buddy.
Along one wall, you can see most of the faculty sort of there as chaperones. So, checkpoint, hard case, and the tomorrow night are all present. Guardian and the Athenian are not there.
Well, there's probably a formal dress code about showing too much bust at this event.
Oh.
God.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Try to be all.
Tip my hat to you, sir.
Can't hear. You can't say anything about bad puns anymore, Dan.
Yeah, no.
Either that or
anything to Everest ever again.
either that or she's just too important. She's head and shoulders above the rest.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So they're there. They look like adults at a high school dance, sort of standing off to the side.
Are they guarding the punch bowl and the krill bowl?
They're not guarding the punch bowl. They're against a different wall.
I'm not going to spike it. I have no plans.
Nope. That being said, I am going to ask Pri if she wants punch and go get her punch if she wants punch. And be very careful to steer very far away from the krill.
Yeah, you probably want to do that. And you do notice that Mr. Podesta does have a good cup full of the krill that he seems to be enjoying, but who can say? So you're all there.
Yeah.
Students who did not have a date planned are sort of just mingling. Their music's starting up.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of punch is it?
Mint.
Just for you, it's.
It's a punch romaine, so it's made with orange, lemon, ginger, and honey, I think.
You're so cultured, Simon.
I don't know what that is. Punch romaine?
I actually have something that I want to do in fiction.
Okay.
So,
Orange.
After kind of everybody gets settled and people start mingling, something that the group has seen, but the rest of the school hasn't really seen, is Victor goes into rare form, and besides the people who have specifically been mean to Victor, he starts saying hi to everyone, telling everybody how beautiful their dates look and how handsome everybody looks, and he's just being super congenial and introducing, obviously not using her real first and last name, introducing her to everybody as Sonadora, street level hero that they're probably not familiar with. Going around doing that and really trying to just be very kind of like hyper social and nice to everybody. And I'm gonna roll comfort or support. Rip. I rolled 5. So I'm trying to smooth things over a little socially. If you don't mind, do you mind if I roleplay out how this fails?
Be my guest.
So, yeah, probably Eris would be the only person who'd really notice both Daedalus and Clymene both kind of roleplay being a little bit oblivious to other people's feelings. Eris notices that Victor is, like, super duper manic, and even though he's coming off, like, super friendly and nice, and, like, saying all of the right things, he's coming off, like, super unsettling. And it's like he doesn't notice that he's like really not even making people uncomfortable. Like he's not ruffling any feathers. People are just like unsettled by how like hyper and manic he is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's off-putting because it is overly familiar and
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If this was a normal party, people would be like, "Is he on coke right now?"
I mean, that's where Eris's mind has gone, and like she's definitely going to catch him on his way by, if she gets the chance. Like watching him go around the room, orchestrate heading the other way, and catch him on the other side from Sonodora, and ask him if he's okay.
Yeah, I'm great. How are you doing? You look wonderful, by the way. Love that dress. Classic.
What color are his eyes?
Yeah, does he have on his stupid fucking sunglasses?
He does have his sunglasses on.
Hey, you're wearing sunglasses and a domino mask?
No. I'm wearing my domino mask. Are we doing superhero rules where my domino mask makes it so that my eyes are white?
Or can I see them?
Yeah.
That sounds like a pierce the mask to me.
No.
Sorry.
He's wearing his domino mask, and you can tell that he's put some sort of mild illusion spell over his eyes, where his eyes appear to be their normal color. They don't have any discoloration to them at all, which you know to be false. So you know that there's something going on.
Okay, like she is going to thank him, like perfunctorily, and
he's gonna say, "You remember Sonodora?"
How hostile is she?
I don't know, Simon. How hostile is she?
She's very friendly. She's like,
me and Sonodora have that magic link, and if you don't think
we're cool.
like, it's so nice to see you again, Eris.
Yeah.
It sounded more sincere from her than it did.
Tough but fair.
Yeah, Eris will like, you know, I don't know how do teenage girls fucking greet each other anymore? Like she's not going to shake her hand or whatever, but definitely like hold out.
You give her the little
hug.
The little side hug or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, you don't want to mess up your hair. You don't want to mess up her hair.
Right.
Don't want to mush your flowers. Don't want to mush her flowers.
I'm probably going to compliment her on the flowers. And then I don't know how I'm going to orchestrate getting back up in Victor's ear or whatever. Maybe
just work it out. Just say it happens.
Let me be awkward. No, okay. She's going to whisper in Sonodora's ear first. I hope you guys have a great time tonight. And then she's going to switch over to Victor's, but like under the pretense of saying the same thing. But to him, she's going to ask, "Did you take something?"
The whole fake hug thing.
No. Just like I made one of my energy potions.
Well, you're really putting everybody off.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm just being myself.
Well, yourself can't please everybody.
Yeah, clearly.
So,
Darius doesn't know how to talk to boys. Alright, I mean, off he goes. There's nothing I can do. He doesn't fucking listen to me.
I mean, yeah, Sonodora is one of the outsiders that you all know. So, I'm say if any of you have stuff you want to say to her, or to any of your other classmates, you definitely see who some of the couples are.
yes, I want to know who the couples are.
So yeah, that would be curious to know.
I also want to feel out which of them are like actually liking each other and which of them are just really grumpy about being there, because I could do that with empathy.
Okay.
I mean, you're such a shit.
So, Ska is with little occult Annie.
I bet that's going great.
But they both look kind of bored. Like, one of them will sort of lean over to the other and say something, and the other will give like a 1 or 2 word response. And then they'll continue just kind of standing there. Nostos and Endotherm from the Futurians, not from the Futurians, from the Atomikids, are very clearly together. They're that high school couple whose thing is being together.
Yeah, they're going to be that couple that doesn't actually develop their own personality and has no clue how to deal with it when something forces them apart for like a month.
Like college.
Yeah. And you finally notice that Kid Cyclone and Seraph are together.
Oh, our buddy from the first.
Neat.
I'm slowly getting like a lot of background static from somebody.
Yep. So those are like the couples that you notice. Hector is with someone you've never seen before. And the others are just kind of mingling and dancing with each other or whoever is around.
And I guess while Eris and Daedalus are talking, since I am Eris's date and Sonodora is Victor's date, I kind of want to get a read on her. Can I tell if she's actually like into him or not, or no?
I mean, you can assess the situation, or try to pierce the mask.
Good. I'm so glad that somebody is actually following the thread of the party being worried that there is a correlation between my recent bad behavior, and my association with the wolf pack.
Alrighty, I think I'm going to go for a pierce the mask, because I want to if I get it right, I'm trying to basically ask one of the questions on the list of a person. So pierce the mask seems to make the most sense. So rolling it, I don't have any influence, so no bonus or penalty. I can't see because my Skype thing's over it. That's a 10. That is a full hit.
That is a full hit.
Awesome.
Awesome. So
you ask 3.
Oh boy. I had only really thought of 1. So
is this bitch on the level?
Yeah, pretty. I'm just trying to figure out which question that would fit under. Like, what are you really planning with Victor, or what do you intend to do with Victor?
You could always play up like Team Dad
I'll also
aspect.
allow. What do you want me to do? I'll allow you to sub in any pronouns in place of you, in place of me, rather.
Alrighty. So yeah, what do you want Victor to do?
What are your intentions with my child?
What are you really planning with regard to Victor? And then, of course, how could I gain influence over you is always a great one.
Basically, I'm planning to have, I'm planning to have a nice evening. I want Victor to accept himself for who he is. And I'd trust you more if you gave me a good reason to trust you.
Okay. I mean, those are all fair things. So she's more focused on the short term. And that, would be a follow-up question to ask what she thinks those things entail.
And you can ask those, and you can ask that in roleplay without...
I don't want to monopolize it because I've already gotten one thing, and then I have another thing that I kind of want to do in character to kind of I'm going to add those to my bio and info notes, though, so I'm going to mute myself while I type.
Fair enough. Okay, so I don't know. Are any of you trying to show out your sweet moves? Show off your sweet moves?
Yeah,
I was told I shouldn't show off.
I'll probably dance with Sonadora. I'm guessing that just based on the likely difference in our social upbringing, she is probably a far superior dancer than I am. But I'll make a show of it as best as I can manage.
Yeah, most definitely she is a better dancer.
Yeah.
She has also cast some kind of illusion magic that gives the appearance that the flowers on her dress are shedding petals as she moves.
Fancy.
That is high-end prestige work. I'm very, very proud of. Very cool. Oh, one small thing. I do. Other members of the party would know this. Members of the school and student body probably wouldn't. My staff is with me. It's disguised as like a short cane. But, Eris and Daedalus probably would notice that when I let go of it to go dance, it doesn't fall. It just kind of like stays up next to the table that we were sitting at and drinking our punch. So you know that I actually have like my powerful like archmage's staff here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've kind of assumed that you'd never leave home without it at this point.
That's not true. I don't have it all the time.
Climany, do you want
What now?
do you want to try to dance?
Sure thing. I could fail at dancing. Let's do this.
It's okay. I'll lead. And I am. What, like, even as you like stumble?
Are you leading as Eris, or are you leading as? Okay.
No, I have the necklace on a chain. Okay. She can't transform right now. She wants one normal night, even if it's not with like the perfect date or whatever. She's trying.
Oof. Big oof.
Jesus.
Well, so we didn't even go out to dinner because we both signed up to do this shit like dumbasses. But,
You're probably actually telling me this, and I'm just rolling with it.
yeah, because you respect her cynicism and she likes that about you, and she is going to take the chance to like pop you on the chest and be like, you're actually a sweet guy when you're not working so hard on being a dick.
But it's fun. I mean, thank you.
Good job on the music. I liked it.
I thought you would. And you can never go wrong with a bit of Queen, especially for the queen of the winning team.
So, the music cycles through some hip hop. It cycles like through some dance pop. Cotton Eye Joe is in there for some reason.
Because of course,
Joe's always
Because it has to be.
because of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm setting that one out.
For some reason, also Suit Riot should be in there.
No, it shouldn't.
And then Ms. Mecca says,
We're gonna slow it down.
"Okay, meatbags, let's slow it down some."
Oh boy. Bags.
And she, puts on the slow dance music. So, if any of you, if this is sort of like going to be emotional for any of you,
Now's the time.
Okay.
So I'm sure we've got tables near each other. So
No. We've been working towards this for like months. You're on the floor when the slow song comes on, and you're dancing with Eris.
okay.
And then Sonadora and I, very deftly, before either one of you can complain, cut in on both sides of the couple. So you're now dancing with Sonadora, and I'm dancing with Eris.
What is going on?
oh wow, okay.
I'm going to look at Sonadora. I'm going to raise an eyebrow. I'm going to say, you must be incredibly graceful to not have me trip over my own feet while doing that. Bravo.
Yeah, Eris is gonna take a chance to like shout over her shoulder, "Good luck, guys." Yeah,
All right.
That's definitely gonna get a "What's going on?"
Nothing. How are you having fun? He just kind of laughs it off. He's just like, listen, like we can just have a little conversation here. Look at these guys, and he kind of gestures to everybody else awkwardly dancing. Like that's not us, right? We know each other better.
Yeah, look at everybody. I don't know. Eris is probably gonna have to excuse herself.
Oh, come on.
Okay, fine. You get one more line.
Okay, I'm gonna say, you know that everything that I do, even if
Oh my
you don't
God.
like it, is to try to keep my family's bullshit from catching up with you.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't know what to say to that because, like, it's been catching up with everybody.
Okay. And
Yeah.
he's just gonna say, I hope you know how none of this would have been possible without. He gestures to like the school and stuff. Without you here with me.
Well, likewise. Because, everything that happened. But she's definitely going to have to excuse herself because he's here with someone else. And, yeah, she's going to go outside and, like, brood on the roof about everything that's happened in the past 6 months. Like, it's not just the fact that, like, Clymene was competing with her attention for Victor. Now Sonadora is competing with her attention for Victor. It's also the shit that she found out about the city doesn't care about its citizens. It's poisoning them slowly. And we're getting the runaround. It's the fact that Hardcase took her downstairs and showed her that all of us as students are replaceable. Like, she's feeling it's very cruel of Victor to bring up the fact that she's irreplaceable when she's actually feeling very replaced. But yeah, that's what she's doing. She's outside. She needs a breath of air.
Okay.
But she is going to engage the magic link with Sonadora for a second. Can I do that?
Yeah, and she responds. You see her face sort of emerge out of the mist. And with a look of concern, like, are you all right?
Peachy Keen Jelly Bean just needed some air. Look out for him down there, alright? He doesn't have many friends besides us.
I know. And I will.
Awesome. That was all. That was it.
Well, come join us when you're feeling better.
Okay. I'm just gonna just needed some air, and she's gonna be up there having her sulk.
Alright, so Emrys, Clymene have to say to you do notice her sort of go far away, and then sort of like has a distant look in her eyes.
I probably want to say something like kind of passively calling attention to it, like, so Victor's not the only one who does that when his attention is elsewhere.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was very rude of me.
By all means, even when that far away, you're still a much more graceful dancer than I am.
This is true.
Aww.
I'd say I kind of stumbled into that one.
But it is a pleasure anyway.
So, I would like you to do something very minor for me. I have a very slight surprise planned about an hour before the dance, and I was wondering if you could bring Victor over to Aristoteles' table about that time. That'd be wonderful.
All right, I'll try. You know that it's hard to make him do anything he doesn't want to do.
That's what I think you might be able to get him.
What are you planning, Emrys? You didn't tell me about this one.
Well, I actually haven't even told Simon about this one. This is something I've been thinking of.
Oh, that's
oh
good.
boy.
I love how we're all terrified of each other.
Yeah, basically, it's like being in high school.
Yeah, you never know what people are gonna do.
Meanwhile, Julius and Priya are just having a good old time, dancing like crazy and just having a blast.
At least one of us is.
Yeah, she's having fun. She likes sort of the dancing and like just getting out on the floor.
I turned the AI down enough so that I'm not very competent, but not incompetent at the same time.
Smart boy follows advice.
I would say, Actually, any of you who were Eris excusing herself might have noticed that the Tomorrow Night is nowhere to be seen.
Is that... like, I'm assuming chaperones, like, occasionally, like, leave the room.
Yeah.
But she was there earlier. How long has she been gone?
You're not sure.
Oh, well,
you're not there.
Yeah,
but
and ask questions.
It's just something you'd notice.
Oh, does Dustin have a date?
He and little occult Annie are sitting together and occasionally sort of leaning over to whisper something.
They're doing the we're too cool to be here, but we're here anyway.
It's not clear if it's that or if it's so we thought this would be a fun, date, but it turns out that just being two magic people doesn't actually...
We don't have anything to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have shared hobbies. It's really important. Me and Sonadora got some shared hobbies.
Like running around in the dark?
So, that's what they're doing. Are you gonna go over and hassle them?
I was gonna hassle Dustin if he was actually had a date where he was dancing. I was gonna try to cut in.
No, he already
Not
looks...
with that one, though. We don't like her.
He already looks fairly, uncomfortable. So,
Yeah, I mean, mostly what I'm going to be doing, legit, is just trying to make sure that Sonadora has, a really nice time, gets to meet the people that I think would be really nice to her.
Okay.
Same as any high school situation, I'm going to avoid interacting with people that I think would be rude to her or me because of recent revelations at the school. Keeping it simple, nice and cliquish.
So, Julius, what happens with you and Priya when the slow dance comes around?
Well, obviously we're going to dance. I'm going to ask her to dance, and probably about he's not going to be super timid to do the whole hands out thing, but it's not going to be super gross at the same time. It'll be respectful, hand on the small of the back kind of deal.
All right. Ms. Mecca might be willing to call you all meatbags, but she's not the kind of DJ who's going to be like, looks like we got some love on the floor.
The worst.
The worst DJ.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Is there a photo booth set up? Because we got to get pictures if there's the photo booth set up.
Oh, definitely.
Oh my god, with all that wooden posing where they're like, turn your head!
No, it's just a...
photographer.
They just rented one of the
do-it-yourself ones?
One of the mechanical ones. You put in your money and it takes a series of 4 shots.
Aww.
Standard old photo booth.
Sweet.
So you get some good shots, I'm sure.
Get some really bad ones, I'm sure, too.
And I'm going to move things to Eris for a moment and ask, how are things going on the roof? What are you thinking about?
Well, like I said, she's thinking about how replaceable and how, everything is so tentative. While I'm up there, can I roll and assess the situation?
You sure can. Tell me what you're trying to assess.
The state of the city, because she's on the roof, and we've been hearing the reports of the other masked character running around. We just, in our side mission, dealt with someone that he said that he was a cell in a greater operation, and he only knew the people on either side and right above him, but he couldn't talk to. And I just want to assess the mood of the city. Oh, but I missed. Never mind.
Okay.
That's a 5.
So
basically,
mark that sweet potential.
You get some sweet potential.
I get some sweet potential, and while I'm up there, I'm probably going to cry.
I'm going to say, though, that the reason, actually, that you fail is because you were distracted.
By what?
You see a group of 4 figures moving towards the high school gym that you are standing on top of.
What? I failed.
Yeah, you failed to assess the mood of the broader city because you were distracted by noticing.
God's gonna give me a gift, and I'm gonna take it. Can I hit up the magic link with me and Sonadora again?
Okay.
I like this. Thank you, Simon. Does she come though, or is she hung up in the slow dancing?
You know what? I'm gonna say to actually reach her this time. I want you to make a pierce the mask roll because to get her to believe that it's important.
Yeah, she might be more wary of them now, especially after the questions that Nullzone asked.
Oh, God. All right, well, my mundane's a big fat goose egg, so...
That's better than minuses.
You have a better than 50-50 chance.
Oh, man. Okay.
Hooray, math.
Oh,
or you could do that.
Man. I got a 3.
Mark that sweet potential.
That's 2. That's 2 potential in a row.
Oh,
yeah.
This is not on my side today.
So, yeah, she...
blows me off. That's great.
Basically, you conjure yourself into the mist, and she doesn't show up.
Not ideal.
Well, the heels are coming off, and I'm running down the stairs.
Don't we still have our comm links? Like our team comm links?
We should.
I don't
have mine on. It's a dance!
Okay. So you just come, bursting in? Just paint the scene for us.
Well, I mean, I'm running down this... I can't transform. I'm gonna go for... Yeah, fuck you.
No, I have something really cool. But I don't know. Well, yeah.
I know, but she doesn't trust you right now because she thinks...
No, I have a seed, but go ahead.
Great.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
Okay, she's... The heels are off. She comes in, shoes in hand, and she's going to run for Clymene because he has nullification powers. And, what else did I see, Simon? Did I see anything else?
No, I mean, 4 people, 3 of them dressed pretty well, it looked like. One of them
But everyone who's at the dance everyone who's supposed to be at the dance is already at the dance.
Me and Sonodora are not in the big room anymore.
Oh. Okay.
Gross.
All of the students.
Eris doesn't notice when she goes down the switchback stairwell of the school that when she runs down the lowest flight of stairs and down the hallway towards the gymnasium, I guess, or wherever the dance is being held, that Sonodora and I are like kissing underneath the other stair going the other direction. She just blows right past us without even seeing us.
Yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, she's gonna grab Clymene and just say, "Come with me." And like be urging him out of the room, which is probably weird, since like
it is a high school dance, so maybe not.
Well, yeah, but like for us, exactly.
All right, sure, but at least tell me what it's about.
She's gonna claim that it's too loud, and she'll tell you once we get to the front.
Well, lead on, teammate.
How big of a scene are you making? Just out of curiosity, am I going to notice or not?
No, like that's the thing. If it's nothing, I don't want to spoil the dance. If it's something, maybe Nullzone can turn it off. I am gonna ask Nullzone if he's got his comm in.
Always.
Okay, cool. So we can get you if we need you.
Because I always have mine. That goes without saying.
All right. So if it's a gymnasium, a thing I know about high school gymnasiums is they would have put like a parquet floor on top of the play space, and they will have a space outside of that for like tickets and concession sales, so that shit doesn't get on the gym floor. Right. When we get out there, what do we see? Had they arrived at the gymnasium yet?
So you're on the parquet floor? Or...
No, I'm out in the like atrium where ticket sales and concessions happen. Before the actual gymnasium space.
You don't see them. You don't see them here in the entryway, at least not in the sort of main entrance hall.
Okay, do we see them outside the like 4 sets of glass doors that we're feeding inside?
I mean, no, but they could have gone around the back. So the da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sort of thing of it dawning on you.
Is instead of coming in the front way, they came in through the way to like the student entrance to the locker rooms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the field entrance, right.
I am going to fill Clymene in. I'm going to say I went up to the roof to have a minute. Are
you going to tell the chaperones?
Not yet.
Okay.
We have been handling everything else on our own. No, I'm going to tell him, saw the people from the roof, going to check around the side, like, you should get around the side to turn them off if they're going to do anything. I'm going to tell the chaperones. I don't know.
It's probably better if I follow you or tell the chaperones, because I don't know what they look like. I don't know who they are. I know how many they are, but I don't know who they are or what they look like.
Okay, fine. I guess we go tell Mr. Hardcase and
Mr. Krabs.
Okay.
That name is never going away.
It's not. I'm sorry, Simon. I know you put a lot of thought into these names.
I mean, as you walk in and sort of like search the room for them, you notice that Hardcase and Checkpoint are actually seem to be engaged in some kind of argument with each other.
That's great.
Can we hear what it's about?
Is Checkpoint the same one who was arguing with When he was saying that we were ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel no remorse for interrupting this argument because that's my advisor, and we need help right now.
Okay. What do you tell them? Like, well, Eris, what is it? Not enjoying the krill?
Very funny. So everybody that's gonna be here, everybody that's supposed to be here is here already, right?
I mean, I think a couple of your classmates may have snuck off to do some petting, if you know what I mean.
Gross. But like.
Gross.
Okay, but I don't know. I'm gonna tell him I saw 4 people approaching the building that shouldn't have been on campus, and it made me nervous because of all the shit that happened last week. They're not at the front entrance. Can somebody check downstairs? Downstairs. I'm like imposing my high school gym on this space, and our locker rooms were downstairs from the.
I'm fine with that. You can. These are.
I think we're all doing that.
Some of these spaces are not spaces that I have sort of like mapped out in my head, so I appreciate the help.
Yeah.
In.
You can't have high heels on a basketball court, like.
Realizing.
So there's got to be other spaces, but yeah, that's how that's gonna go.
All right. He's like, okay, let me see what I can do.
Is your stick still at the table, Victor?
Yep.
I'm gonna kick it.
It doesn't move.
Can you feel it though?
No.
Oh well.
All right.
You kick it and you expect it to go flying, and it's just like kicking a concrete pylon.
No, like I'm not kicking it to send. Like I'm just like.
No.
Like,
I'm just saying, like, I know you're not gonna hurt yourself, but I'm saying, like, when you're expecting something, when you're looking at an object, it's like when you look at a lodestone that's this big. Even though it's not heavy enough to actually bother you, it's still an object feeling weird because it's not matching the expectation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm also going to make sure to let Daedalus know that something's up with some possible extra guests, but we're letting the teachers know.
I was about to say I would probably like wave Priya and
PR package
and Julius over to be like, so saw something while I was outside, and thank you everyone who's not commenting on my red rimmed eyes.
Why were you outside?
I'm gonna like nudge you in the ribs.
All right, never mind.
Why are
I imagine I'm getting it from both sides.
Why are you
one
booing?
side and
I'm
Free
right.
on the other side.
She's gonna leave it at I needed some air.
Okay.
Case is heading out to go downstairs. Victor, what are you up to?
I am underneath the stairwell, necking with my girlfriend.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I do not need any further detail.
No, I'm not. I wasn't gonna provide any. I'm just saying he is enjoying himself and oblivious in the way that only a teenager who is having a rare night of actually having fun can be.
Okay.
To which I'm going to point at you two. Where's Victor? I saw you talking to him not that long ago. Might as well, right?
Not a clue.
Eris is going to. They saw Sonadora give me the. Yeah, we were all sitting at the table when I experimented with it. Okay. Yeah, Eris is just gonna like play with her little sash that she has for the dress and be like, I think he's otherwise occupied.
Oh.
Aaron, I love you.
So a few minutes pass. You know, checkpoint is sort of looking wary. And
Should we ask him where the tomorrow night went?
her, but
No. Checkpoint's a girl too?
Yeah, Checkpoint's a female teacher.
Oh God.
Charlotte Charlie Dane.
That's right.
I would know because I've been going to her for mentoring because her powers are the most similar in that they both deal with fields.
She says, well, the knight went to deal with a situation in the city. But, this night is for you kids, so... This evening is for you kids, so...
I guess we'll have to worry about him tomorrow night.
So bad.
It was right.
No, alright. I'm gonna put... You get 3 per session. Because otherwise we're just getting derailed every few minutes.
And... Ms. Mecca is still spinning tunes, and, it's... I don't know if all of you are sort of just, all on alert, or if you're trying to enjoy yourself while things are sort of...
I don't know, Eris's night has kind of been ruined, but I think she's going to be going around encouraging all the girls to take their shoes off.
I mean, That's a noble goal, to be sure.
Yeah,
that's a fairly common thing.
Right, exactly.
At these kinds of events.
As soon as somebody's like, "Oh, you took yours off. You got to commit to the look all night," she's going to be like, "I can have a better time."
and
I don't know if any of you have ever heard that about fucking high heels, but
yeah, high heels are pretty fucking terrible.
Can't say I've ever worn them.
just give it a try. It's an exercise in balance, man.
I'm going to say, Clymene, you're really starting to feel the beat. You are sort of moving your arm in time with the music. And you kind of start to tap your toes.
The one of us that couldn't dance.
Well, not
yeah.
one.
Yeah. And,
or at least I can't slow dance.
Then, Julius, you start to notice that you're sort of unconsciously starting to move a bit with the music, too.
Even wearing his thing?
Even wearing his thing.
So I consciously notice that I'm doing it outside of the control of the...
Yeah. That you're sort of
you don't have it turned on, and you're still actually dancing not terribly.
Well, like it's a little muscle movement. You're moving in time a little bit with it.
Well, someone's going to have to do it, so I am going to volunteer to assess the situation because this is curious.
Because I may have been known to get caught along with the whole empathy thing. Sometimes it can rub off on me if everyone's having a good time. So I'm probably not paying too much attention to it.
Okay.
So I rolled an 8. That's a hit.
Julius,
let's see.
Okay.
He's figuring out.
Can I tweak what here is the biggest threat to what here is causing? I'm not necessarily looking for a threat. I'm just looking for a source, I think. So I guess that would be same question.
Like, what's the cause of this?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what you notice is that basically all of the boys in their tuxedos or suits are at least doing dancing somewhat. You notice that the girls don't seem as doesn't seem to be as uniform in effect. Some of them are sort of swaying side to side.
Oh God, it's the guy that's controlling fabric.
Best Jeanist?
No, not best. Not best Jeanist. No.
I know.
And with that, the doors.
I'm just waiting for the rest of the party to go ahead and loop me into what's happening.
The doors are flung open.
Fuck, man, I tried. She told me to piss off.
The doors fling open, and you see a well-dressed, almost dandyish figure with a length of measuring tape wrapped around his left hand, sort of swan his way in, accompanied by two guys in similar but less embellished versions of his outfit. And
oh God, he's got lackeys.
And he's got also he's got a big guy, standard bruiser type, who is wearing tight jeans, a striped top, a goatee, and a black beret with sunglasses. He's holding a parking meter. Something that may or may not be blood stains the end of it.
At this point, I'm going to get on the comms and see if I can rouse Victor.
All right. I will be back in 1 sec. I'm sorry.
So,
Victor, I know you're busy, but I think we have a situation here, and we could probably use your help.
Listen, man, you just gotta go for it. She'll let you know if she's not comfortable, okay?
I love it.
Good to know. I'll file that away for a little bit later, but a guy just came in with a bloody parking meter in his hand. I think we need a different kind of help.
So a little black miasma portal opens up underneath of Victor's staff, and it falls through the floor and disappears. That's the only motion you see for right now.
So, I'm going to say, do the rest of the sort of like entrance bit, which is just, he says, the dandy
and as
says,
ridiculous as it is, I'm going to step in front of Priya. As ridiculous as the thought of this is, but I'm going to do it anyway.
You're gonna do the Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Says, good evening, children. I will be your host tonight. My name is Tex Tyler.
God.
Of course.
But you can call me the Tailor. Mr. Tweed, Mr. Raglan. Take your positions. Beatnik.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's why he has a beret. Jesus Christ, Simon.
That's why I made that noise. Okay.
Mr. Tweed and who?
Mr.
Raglan. It's a different kind of
fabric.
Right, but these people are like time traveled out of the Silver Age. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he calls to the beatnik, he gestures at you, Clymene. Like, attend to him. Now, children, tell me, can you mashed potato?
Oh, God.
Can you do the twist? Tell me, children, do you like it like this?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And doing these things, enchanting people's formal wear to dance those specified dances, yes.
And of course, the field is going to come up as the guy, but apparently he knows what I can do, and that's why the beatnik is going to come and try to lay the beat down on me.
Turns out nullification doesn't nullify getting hit with like 34 pounds of metal.
It's trauma, my one weakness.
Yeah, don't worry, Mr. Burns. We'll thaw you out as soon as we find the cure to 34 stab wounds to the back. All right, so Victor and Sonadora are going to bring their magic up, right? Have it ready at their fingertips, I guess. Well, I don't control her. I'm going to be like, we have to go help my friends. And he's going to start, like, careening down the hallway after his staff materializes out of the floor. It turns back into what it normally looks like, the gnarled wood, up to, like, an orb of, like, rippling purple glass. And he's just, like, sprinting down the hallway, and his tuxedo is just, like, turning back into his normal Prometheus costume as he's running, and the illusion that he put on his clothes to make it look like the tuxedo is falling.
Simon, how rigid is the clothing that, is forcing us to dance? Is it, like, super difficult to fight against, or...
It takes deliberate effort.
Okay.
But you can mostly, you can steer the way that you're dancing.
All right, I'm going to turn to Priya. I'm like, Priya, I need you to do something for me. I can talk you through it, but I need you to do something.
Hey, can I ask you for a big favor, smart guy who's supposed to be a super genius?
Go ahead.
Since I'm not currently in the room and not currently affected by this, can you tell me that it's the clothes before I get in the range of being affected by this guy?
Are you going to ask me what's going on?
Yeah.
The tailor's here, and he's enchanted all of our clothing so that we are forced to dance his dances.
Cool. The second he says that, I snap my fingers and I burn everything but my boxer briefs off my body.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
So I basically,
the thought crossed my mind
as I'm running, like lightly burning paper, sitting on a stove, just my clothes burn off.
It's funny as Simon's describing, the sensation. I'm like, and he starts telling me what's going on, and I figure out who it is. I'm like, we're gonna end up with our clothes off. That's where this is going.
At least one of us was gonna end up naked.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say, Priya, I need you to take my phone out of the inside of my jacket pocket and download something. Meanwhile, I'm doing whatever the clothes are telling me to do.
The Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash, sure.
The tailor is now saying, you can dance if I want you to.
I think the most important thing to do right now is I'm going to yell something along the lines of, just leave your friends behind, though. And I'm going to use a defend action. I'm going to try to put up my field to snap as many of the other students out of this as I can. Yes, I know someone's bearing down on me, but I don't think I'm easily going to be able to avoid him.
Am I within his null he popped up?
Up to you.
Because I was standing close to him.
Well,
It's not quite like you could transform anyway, though.
I mean, she's still not, like, that's not going to. She's 16.
Yeah.
She's still going to get between you and him.
So, serious question. About how far away is he? He's at the entrance, and I was probably, in the middle or the front third of it talking to Checkpoint?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, rather than try to get it around all the students, I'm going to try to focus it forwards towards him. You know, smothering the source, hoping to free enough people for a while for it.
Okay.
And I'm also going to invoke the new ability I learned, which is I Know What I Am, which I took from the Legacy playbook. And it says, once per scene, when I defend teammates, I can shift Savior up and another label down, even on a miss. So I'm going to shift Mundane down and Savior up, and then try my defend action. Just trying to get a bunch of people out of this effect for the moment.
Yeah.
11.
Nice.
And I got an 11 for the full hit. So I keep, for NPC threats, on a hit, I keep them safe and I choose one, and I do not have to expose myself to danger or escalate the situation. So pretty much, rather than just a bubble like I've normally done, I'm kind of doing it forward, like in a more of a tube almost. It's still kind of round, and just on him, so that he can't control. He can't invoke his thing. I'm not protecting anybody else. I'm like, I'm protecting everyone else by removing his ability to do it. Unless you think that's not enough for defend. In this case, I'll just do the sphere.
No, that makes sense. If you're sort of actually like smothering it at the source, that
it's like the equivalent of jumping on their grenade. The guy's bearing down on me, but I'm focusing on that point to keep it from affecting everybody else.
Yeah.
And it says, I don't expose myself to danger or escalate it because I got an 11. I can choose to add a team to the pool, take influence over someone I protect, or clear a condition. I think I was debating taking influence over Sonadora, but she's not in the room, so I'm not actually protecting her. So, can I take influence over one of the teachers? I was thinking Checkpoint. I'm actively putting what she's teaching me to practice.
I think that would be taking influence, in the sense that she is taking a particular interest in you as a student and as a protege.
Wonderful. So that's what I do. I just go, hey, teach, I'm learning. And I'm just going to kind of go, he's engulfed by it.
So with that, Checkpoint is now freed to use her stasis field to hold Beatnik in place.
Glorious.
I'm gonna run up and take. Can I run up and take the thing out of his hands so that he can't swing it around anymore?
Oh yeah. Good.
Cool.
So I am going to give Priya some directions on downloading the Jackie Chan Drunken Master movie and how to feed it into the AI.
Thing.
So
that's brilliant, because I'm taking it. That's fantastic.
Because, the Drunken Master style is all about kind of working with, however you happen to be moving. And since I don't have a lot of control over my movement, I can use it to influence. So I am going to use my always prepared move to do that. I am going. So
where did my roll 20 go?
Is this acting on the information from my assess the situation earlier?
Yeah.
So I get a +1 for that. And here we go. That's a 10.
Okay. So
So the way I envision that working is it's going to download. It's going to take it a minute to calibrate, and now I can actually start moving around the room, drunken master dance style.
Okay, you have to take out the other two. You have to take out Tweed and Mr. Raglan.
I'm going to head towards Mr. Raglan first because I happen to like Tweed. I don't know what Raglan is.
I'm going to turn onto the hallway where the double doors leading into the gymnasium would be. I'm assuming I see the tailor standing in that doorway, kind of controlling the scene while his minions are working the room.
Okay. Yeah, I
take my staff and I just kind of smash the hand. I don't break it, but I like spark the hand of my staff against my other hand and just pull off a bunch of like crackling black and red lightning. And I just kind of get his attention. And keeping in mind I'm in like boxer briefs and shoes. And
I gotta ask, what superhero is on your boxer briefs?
None.
Oh, okay.
It was wearing a tux, Aaron. They're black.
Yeah.
So?
I'm wearing like black boxer briefs, which I don't know.
Are they silk?
No, they wouldn't be silk. That's like so self-indulgent.
There's the line.
That's showing your hand a little bit of I was prepared for this.
Yeah, right, exactly, right? God, come on. Gotta have a little bit of decorum. Though, I can't wait to see how Sunadora reacts to the fact that I'm like sprinting in front of her with no clothes off and I burned off my own clothes. I'm gonna say, they say the clothes make the man, but in your case, I think that they might be wrong. And I just bring my one of my most practiced evocation spells. I'm not unleashing my powers, but I'm going full on, like, unleashing all of my destructive power against him. And I'm gonna roll to directly engage a threat. And just try to put a beam through his back and, like, throw him into the room. Break his concentration. Yay! So I got an 8.
Nice.
So I get to pick one. I'm going to say I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies. I am going to make it so that you can decide this, Simon, because the entire class is my allies. He loses control of a handful of people when he takes the hit.
Okay.
But I just pour a ton of energy into him from behind by surprise. And the other thing people see when they see is that I'm like skinny boy with like light muscles, since I'm assuming we have to do a lot of PT, physical training at this school. But I have like weird like tiny patches of like green moss on my body.
Is Julius?
Probably not.
Oh man.
Not visible anyway.
Like tiny ones, like not like I'm like covered in moss, like the one dude from Thor Ragnarok, but like, but yes, and I just like wail into him, and just like push him into the room, and do as much damage to him as I can.
Okay, the rest of you see the tailor sort of launched forward at you from some impact from behind, with a flash of energy striking him.
Standing in the frame behind him, yeah, me with my staff up in tuxedo shoes, like patent leather shoes, and
your
boxer shorts.
Boxer
shorts.
Boxer
and a mask.
briefs. Sorry.
And a domino mask.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god. Well, I am basically useless in this fight. I can't transform. How far?
Miss Mecca needs to put the no pants dance on.
Yeah, is Miss Mecca affected, Simon? She's not.
She is not affected.
Should she be wearing clothes? Okay, can I,
I mean, you are a strong, athletic girl. Can you just knock one of them around with the parking meter you wrenched out of Mr. Time Frozen guy?
I mean, I don't think I'd be able to carry it around. I'm still, like, I don't believe in waifu. I was gonna ask how far he had skidded into the room, and I was gonna try and attack him with my high heel.
Excuse me.
But can I provoke? I guess.
You could sure try.
Provoke Miss Mecca. Like, can I don't have influence over her or anything, but can I just be like pointing her at Mr. Tweed since I can't do anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think actually that doesn't really take a roll. She
Okay.
will respond to you and sort of use her spring-assisted leap to sort of go at Mr. Tweed.
So, can I ask a quick clarification? Can I ask a quick clarification question of you, Emrys?
Sure.
So, your null zone.
Yeah.
Is it just that people within the area don't have powers, or if I try to move Discordia and she's inside of your zone, does my spell fizzle the second it crosses that plane?
The way I had it in my head, I was thinking more that it fizzles when it crosses the plane.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because I was otherwise I could just rope her and pull her out of your null zone so she could transform.
I can't transform. Anyway, I have the thing on.
Oh, well, I mean, I can get that off you, too. I can do all sorts of things. I got tentacles.
Yeah, he can take things off of people other than himself. Also, there's only one appropriate music that Miss Mecca had to change it to. It's the Ballroom Blitz.
No.
I don't know. Okay, I guess I can't think of a role to do on my turn here, guys. So I'm just gonna
remember. You can directly engage a threat without being in your superhero form. You could just wail on somebody.
All right, but I'm not gonna roll a 3 as a 16-year-old gymnast.
Okay, I'm just saying.
So what do I roll? I want to run up to the guy that skidded face first on the floor, and I'm gonna hit him with my fucking high heel and hope I don't kill him.
Hit him in the face with a chair.
Just directly engage a threat.
I mean, yeah.
Do I have to adjust my label at all because I'm not transformed?
I don't think that's the way that works.
No, because, as an not physically enhanced person himself,
Okay, that's fair.
You're both normals. If you were a super ogre.
Oh, finally.
That's a 10.
Oy vey. I'm going to get ready to fail miserably on my next roll.
So you're going up to the tailor and just cracking him in the head with your high heel.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, cracking him in the head and hoping I don't kill it. I'm probably going to no, not. He's face down on the floor. I guess I'm gonna go for the back of the head to try and knock him out.
Stop.
On a 10, I get 2. I can resist or avoid their blows, which I'm going to do. And what do you guys think? Should I try and take the measuring? Do we think that the measuring tape is what is powering this? What do you think I should do?
I think you should try to wrestle his hands down to the ground and just pin his ass to the ground.
Okay, well then I guess I sit on him. And I have taken away his ability to direct the scene. Unless I've knocked him out. Have I knocked him out?
He is dazed. He is not unconscious, but he is not entirely lucid.
Just sit right there.
So I have been waiting patiently. I've been waiting patiently to hear how Julius is going to.
Yeah, for kung fu fighting, yeah, that'd be more than a little appropriate. All right, so I'm gonna move over to this guy, and we're gonna have a dance fight, and I am going to attempt to directly engage a threat, even though my directly engage is at a lovely -2.
Oh shit!
This should go fantastic.
You don't have a move that'll let you like substitute your superior or something for using your gadgets, because that's literally what you're doing is using your gadgets.
I can use my always prepared for making a gadget, and I can use superior.
Water.
But not really, no.
Okay.
Me going directly into hand-to-hand combat isn't a thing I should probably normally be doing. Ooh, and it's a hit. That's fantastic.
Good enough.
Just by the skin of your teeth.
So I'm hoping that I can distract this guy and create enough of an opportunity that one of my teammates can do something, or one of my allies can do something. Hopefully, maybe Priya followed me after this guy, and she can take advantage of it.
Yeah, she'll follow up on your attack to sort of, you created the opening, set it up, and she spiked it. Sort of.
So does that mean I have to take a powerful blow also? Is that part of that?
But since you didn't resist or avoid their blows, I think you do.
Yeah.
So I thought that was the case. I'm just clarifying. All right, so let me roll that. Lovely.
Well,
All right.
you can. What are you going to pick?
Yeah, I'm looking. 7 in line.
I vote you pick angry because your date got ruined.
I have to take 2.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Also, one thing that we frequently forget in this game is when we directly engage a threat on a mixed success. If you don't pick resist or avoid their blows, you either have to take a powerful blow if Simon thinks it's appropriate, or you have to mark a condition.
Yeah.
Well, I took the powerful blow. I got a 7, so I am going to take.
So what I would have done.
Angry. I like that, and
Taking the conditions.
yeah, I'm going to struggle past the pain and take the conditions, and guilty or hopeless. I want to put on a brave face for my date, so guilty that she's got to come up behind me and finish the job.
Okay.
So just to be clear, that is 3 conditions I have at this point.
Ouch.
I'm one right behind you. I have 2.
Yeah.
I'm in no condition to participate.
That's it. That's your 3.
I think so. What I'm thinking here is if I got a thunderbolt, we've got somebody beating on him, we've got someone directly engaging one of the minions. I think I want to do and assess the situation while I'm continuing to try to keep the guy in the null field to see what's the biggest threat left. Like, is it still going on? Is it still affecting other people? Is the one guy we haven't gotten, the one who's actually generating it? What's going on?
No, we do have him. He's face down on the floor. I tied his wrists with my sash. That's the one that Victor zapped.
Yeah, but if the situation's still ongoing, he might be a decoy.
Fair.
Or something. I just want to see if there is still, like, a big threat going on.
The biggest danger is the possibility that this is just a distraction.
Oh, I haven't actually rolled it yet.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Superior. Assess the situation with no situational bonus or penalty. And I'm going to mark that sweet, sweet potential.
And you don't,
Should go to 6.
with a 6,
Ouch.
you don't get to know.
Oh! But Criminal Mind. When I assess the situation, I may always ask one of the following questions, even on a miss.
Nice.
What here is useful or valuable to me? How can I best infuriate or provoke name? What is the best way in or way past? So I'm going to go, how can I best infuriate or provoke the guy, like the mastermind guy?
The tailor?
Yes.
Basically, I think if you... He's pretty humiliated already. I think that you could probably taunt him about... Taunt him about his failure. You could probably crack his shell and get some sweet brain goo.
Alrighty, so I guess...
Yeah.
We don't want to kill anyone.
So I guess I'd hit him with something along the lines of, you got to plan against a whole bunch of distracted children, and you're still getting the floor wiped with your fancy rags. What kind of mastermind are you, anyway? So do you want me to roll provoke or something, or...
Yeah.
Let's hope I don't fail on this one. Can I take +1 forward for acting on my criminal mind assess the situation question?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. Okay, let's hope it's not another 6.
Nice.
There we go.
It's better.
He just says...
It was an 8.
Yes, it was an 8.
He just says, I played my part perfectly. I fit the role like a glove.
Can I ask a question? Are all of the people who came in here neutralized?
Yeah, Priya and Daedalus took down one. Ms. Mecca took down the other henchman. You knocked down the tailor, and the beatnik is held in stasis by Checkpoint. And Checkpoint sort of says, look, these kids don't get a lot of time to relax or take it easy. You are not going to ruin this dance.
Oh, she cares about us, guys. So yeah, everybody's neutralized, Dan.
Okay. I need to die. Give me a second. Water, please just stop.
Has Mr. Krabs come back yet?
No.
Okay. All right, we're doing it. Okay. So, Victor is gonna see Eris in her non-supered up form, having run up quickly and very bravely to have neutralized the tailor without utilizing any of her powers. he is going to look around and say out loud, "Didn't you say that there was 4 of them?" And he's going to throw out, without giving anybody any time to react, he's going to throw out a tendril of his energy, like one of his big black and red like extensions of his telekinesis. He's going to grab Eris around, like, right around her back and waist, pull her close to him, and then at the same time magic the necklace off of her and just start booking down the hallway. We have to find pig number 4.
All 4 of them were neutralized.
I'm going to yell over my shoulder. There's 4 here, Victor.
I thought there was 3 in that room. So
No.
I just did that entire scene on me misunderstanding what was going on. I thought that he was implying that there was somebody else, somewhere else in the building.
Oh,
No.
he
He is.
is.
He's
not one of his
absolutely
team.
implying that.
Okay, so yeah, we still gotta go find whoever else is here, and he's just gonna, like, pull you up towards him and then pull the necklace off of you so you can transform. He doesn't react. He looks manic as shit, and he's, like, super jacked up and powerful.
Okay. But you're clear. Are you clear out of character? Are you clear that the 4 people that Eris saw from the roof are all present in the gym?
Yes.
That's what we
Okay.
believe to be
Right.
the case, yes.
That's what we believe to be the case, but he just did the villain thing where he strongly and smugly implied that he's a distraction.
Right, he
Okay.
said my part, my role, I played it perfectly. Like, I am picking up what Victor is laying down. I don't.
I'm still going to yell at him. There's 4 here
Okay.
as they're running out the door.
I do not greatly appreciate being manhandled.
Okay. They head out. Those of you who stayed then are the only one to see a new figure show up.
Yeah. And for the record, I'd be staying because I want to keep my field on him for the moment because I don't know how easy it is for him to, manipulate it, even in its neutralized state, like tied up or whatever.
And this person, or this figure, manifests at the other side of the sort of dance floor, over by the Punch and Krill bowls. He wears a sort of loose-fitting black and white bodysuit, a cloak, and a kind of like a fishbowl helmet, kind of like Mysterio's, but you can see, even from the outside, that there's lots of displays on the inside, sort of being projected. And he says, "Taylor, your failure here will not be forgotten. Your failure here will not be forgotten." And sort of waves his hand. The Tweed, Raglan, and the Beatnik all sort of collapse into piles of dust.
Shit.
And he says, "But it is of no concern. I'm done with you now." And he then himself disappears, leaving the tailor, but not his henchman.
So since Daedalus upgraded my comm system to have the video camera, like, he's going to appear and start talking, so I'm going to miss, like, the first word or two, but I'm going to have the video recording as well when he shows up.
Okay.
Good.
So, those of you who left...
We're going down the, I'm going, like, after I, like, wriggle myself out of whatever the hell and, like, give Victor a, nice solid shove, I'm going to direct him down to the locker rooms where we send Hardcase to see if we can find him.
Yeah. You do find Hardcase near the locker rooms, unconscious.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn around and like smack Victor. I still haven't transformed because I'm pissed. I'm gonna turn around and like smack Victor on his naked shoulder and be like, "Do you have any more of your fucking regrow juice?"
Not on me. And he gestures to the fact that he's not wearing any clothes.
Oh my god. She might like slide down the wall laughing. What is going on? I don't have my comm. What's going on?
Is anyone going to answer her?
I don't have my comm.
She's talking to Victor.
Yeah, Victor has to do it.
I don't know.
It got in the way of my earrings.
I will relay the situation to her.
Yeah, so I guess we'll describe what happened to Victor as he's on his way out. He's like, the guy just showed up. You just missed him. He just kind of vanished into a pile of smoke. Oh, and the 3 henchmen have turned into ash, apparently.
Yeah. Just sand, like in an hourglass.
Gotcha.
So,
right, I'm gonna ask Victor, does that sound like one of your old friends?
Wow.
You're my only old friend. Beautiful.
Judgy much.
I wonder if Sonador's going to respond to that comment.
So mad.
She's certainly not an old friend. I've known her like 3 months.
No, more the beautiful comment.
Right.
Oh, I waver between beautiful and bitch with this one all the time. I am thinking nothing of it. Okay, I guess what we're gonna do is resuscitate Hardcase as much as we can if everything upstairs is handled. I tied the tailor up before I ran out, so Checkpoint would reasonably be able to like
deal with him at that point.
Right.
Yeah. So
been doing a lot of tying people up lately.
And it's been working for you.
Using clothes and power cords. Okay.
So you got the.
So I'm going to turn to Priya. Like, that was awesome. I have a slight confession to make. I really can't dance. I'm just going to kind of pull up the sleeve and show the little bit of the exosuit. Like, thank you for downloading that. That really helped. I could not have done it without you.
Aw, cover balloon. That's adorable. Well, at least it came out in a useful way.
It's true.
She smiles. She does not seem overly annoyed by this. Which is, says, I see what you mean about bringing your own skills to a superpower academy.
Yay!
Julius would definitely blush at that comment.
Oh, good.
Did
No.
Sonadora follow us downstairs?
She's kind of... Actually, I'll say that by the time you get back up from the downstairs, she's nowhere to be seen.
Oh shit. Oh my. Victor's in the doghouse. How sad.
I mean, dramatic. Drama. So, I am figuring it's probably about time for wrap up and end of session stuff to sort of...
Yeah. Well,
Is the dance going to be over at that point, or are we going to try and get back to some semblance, or?
Listen to Aaron. Julius wants to kiss Priya goodnight, Simon.
You got that right. He's going to go for it.
I think the dance is... We could safely say the dance is more or less over.
Okay.
I have one more thing I want to do, though. Eris says that she basically...
That's the way I can make that work.
Fell down against the wall, like, laughing.
Because this is fucking ridiculous!
Well, can you not start doing shit every time I start talking, Balder? And I'm going to reach down and grab her arm to pull her up, but he pulls up way too hard in the state that he's in, like completely supercharged with magic, and he yanks Eris up off the floor, and she just like lunges forward into him, and they bump against each other. And that's the scene that Sonadora comes across completely out of context, even though there's nothing remotely untoward about it.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Eris, how do you react to that?
She's pretty upset with you.
But par for the course.
Hasn't liked your attitude. In all honesty, as someone who's been caught in compromising situations that actually weren't compromising, like, you just freeze because you don't want to say it's not what it looks like.
Because of course it is.
Right, like...
Hey, I'm excited. He's happy. He just, like, used his powers to save a bunch of people from the school. And, like, yeah, that's pretty good.
And you know who did nothing? Kuthka.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, making shadows, real useful. But yeah, he's really excited. He's got a huge smile on his face, super flushed, tons of, like, magic energy just, like, kind of crackling off of him.
Super high on dryad bits.
I'm going to put out a call to you guys after it's all calmed down. It's like, well, the situation's kind of ruined, but I had something I wanted to show you guys. If you guys will come to the corner of the gym. And I'm just kind of, like, sitting at a table next to this, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like the cover over, like it covers the whole darn table. But there's like a fabric cloth over something. You guys all gonna come?
Yeah.
I don't have my comp.
Unless Priya is opposed to going to see what you got up your sleeve. Of course, I'm going to tell her, warn her ahead of time. It's probably some sort of prank or joke.
So,
Come along.
Is Victor going to tell me what we're doing?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Eris isn't looking you in the face anymore now because she, like, touched your skin, and that's
gross.
a little.
Wiki.
No, it's not gross. It's just a little much, man. We're friends.
So-
We'll fucking shower together.
he seems. I'm sorry. Yeah, he seems like completely unaware that he is not wearing clothes.
And I'm gonna say, we just had one of the first really big things we did as a team together. So, with the competition, not the fight tonight. So I wanted to bake a little something to memorialize it. I'm just gonna pull the lid off, and there's this giant. It's like a 14 by 14 sheet cake. It looks to be the base looks to be solid chocolate, and it's got a maze carved into the bottom with a giant circle in the middle, which has a fire made out of marzipan and a golden apple made out of marzipan but painted with that edible gold. And that art style where all the people are really blocky and don't have any features to them? Mm-hmm. It's got a normal sized guy and a twice normal sized guy and a twice normal sized girl, all with their hands out over, one's reaching back out over the labyrinth, one's over the fire, and one's over the golden apple. I made you guys. Daedalus, Eris,
am I the normal sized guy?
Daedalus made the... Yeah, you are. Because Daedalus made the labyrinth, Prometheus brought fire, and Eris is the golden apple of discord.
Oh,
that's awesome,
so
Cly.
Sweet.
I'm gonna give him a kiss on the cheek. I said you were a sweetheart, even when you're a dick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's clever.
Well, yeah, I thought you guys would like something to commemorate the Argonauts' first victory.
And
first of many.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And
so that was just a nice little sweet thing I thought I would do. In character.
All right.
Let's get some end of session moves. And
all right, well, my end of session is going to be a little bit narrative, but after the dance is all said and done, going to walk Priya back to her room, joking about the night, the fun, the fight, that kind of stuff. And he's going to go in for the kiss, and I don't know if I got to actually roll for that, but I think one of the end of session moves is a clear condition, so that's what he's going to do. Clear the insecure and go in for the kiss. Where is the list? Wrong thing. That one. Basic moves. I need to see that list. End of session. So I guess I have to glue closer to a team member then?
If you must.
So that just basically means you have to brag. You have to kiss and tell.
No, you don't have to. He can just be excited that he's had a successful dating adventure.
Also, what does it have to do? We danced together to give him the cojones to do this. You talked to him about clothes,
it makes sense. I grew closer to the team, right? Because everyone kind of helped a little bit. I don't know who I'm going to give influence to though. Probably Eris.
Good, because I have influence over you right now.
Because she was the most instrumental in hooking me up with Priya. So
you're very welcome.
So that will be my end of session.
Okay. Bridget?
Oh, me? I'm going to grow closer to Clymene, who already has influence over me, but
You can also remove influence as part of the end of session move.
But don't you have to grow away from to do that?
No, I'm just saying, right, but you could pick somebody else if it would be more appropriate.
Yeah, no, she's still... No. I'm just
offering.
I know. But I would like to clear the condition of afraid because she did all of that without transforming once.
Nice.
But yeah, closer to Clymene, and everybody's getting tighter, and like she still has her thing for Victor. He's just very confusing to her right now.
Okay.
I am torn between two. I think I may grow further away from Victor because I want to say this is 2 sessions now where I think the only contact we've really had is, you complimented the cake at the end and like we brushed together when we swapped dances, but other than that, that's like the only contact we've had in 2 sessions. Even though, at least in Cly's mind, he went out to, set up a special song for you and get the cake and whatnot. There's and we had the whole battle thing. There's just minimal contact, so I think it makes sense to grow a little bit farther away, just not seeing any reciprocation.
All right.
And
I'm going to say that because of what happened with the entire situation and getting to utilize his powers to help his friends and everybody else, he's going to grow closer to the team as a whole and get rid of the guilty condition.
Okay.
Who gets influence over you?
Well, everybody already does on the team. I guess I should probably, because of this thing that happened at the end, I'm going to add Sonadora to having influence over me, if Simon wants to make note of that.
All right. And next time we will figure out what was going on during the attack on the dance. We'll learn a bit more about the mystery man named Chronarch.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you all next time.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.
Thank